Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and in today's video we're doing something a bit different. So I noticed that Rosé, um, can't say her name today, something is wrong with me, basically put out a music video for a song called Messy, and I believe this is supposed to be featuring in a movie. Bear in mind, I'm not very familiar with Formula One or any of that, but I see Rosé, I click. Have no idea what to expect. This was very random, was suggested on my YouTube page, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this because I do like her songs. So I think we're just going to do that and just watch it. Pause warning, probably will stop the song at some points to make some comments. It's going to be a very quick reaction, I think. I don't know. But yeah, pause warning, and I guess we'll just jump straight into it.
You and I had tackled a sea sheet. I'm alive, but I can barely breathe. With your arms around me, it feels like I'm drowning. If I reach for something I can't keep, how bad could it really be? So baby, let's get messy, let's get all the way undone. Cover, just like I've never been touched. Baby, I'm obsessed with you and there's no replica. Baby, if it's messy, if it's messy, if it's messy, then you know it's really love.
If it's messy, it's really love. I don't know about that. Sorry, I don't know about that. We don't need another toxic relationship, Rosé. We don't. I have no idea what this movie is about. I didn't even know Brad Pitt was in a movie. That's how little I know about these things, which is kind of funny because I do love movies, but I'm just so out of loop recently. So
I want all of your complicated. Get me howling all of your words.
one thing you can't say about Rose's video clips, the visuals are visualing. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this. How can you not? Like, hands down. Movie quality envy.
All of your words. When the party's over and I'm screaming I hate it, how bad could it really hurt? If tonight we just let it burn. So baby, let's get messy, let's get all the way undone. Cover, just like I've never been touched. Baby, I'm obsessed with you and there's no replica. Baby, if it's messy, if it's messy, if it's messy, then you know it's really love. You're pulling back and I'm running for the door. You're saying those words and it just makes me want you more. A second chance with a heart.
Interesting. Let me just go back a tiny bit. So obviously this MV will have scenes from the movie. Am I watching the movie? Not really sure. I'm being completely honest. I'm not sure because it really depends what is available. I usually don't go to the movies that often, and if I do, it's very specific movies I really want to watch. I'm also kind of weird on movies I pick. Superheroes mostly, action movies sometimes, especially if they have Jason Statham, for example. Um, I do like a good badass movie, and also like sci-fi fantasy movies. So Formula One was not exactly on my radar of things that I would look into, but who knows, maybe I'll end up watching the movie. But obviously, these parts is very related to the movie. But I like the way they're filming um, the MV in a way. And I like the song. The song is really good, but it is quite movie soundtrack vibe, a tiny bit. But then again, we had great songs for example, I'm not the biggest fan of 50 Shades, but I have to give props to the music department because all the soundtrack slaps. I really like the soundtrack. As a pop um, music vibe, I do like the soundtrack and think it has great songs. So, that being said, I do think this one kind of fits that type of bill for soundtracks, where you can easily listen to this even without watching the movie.
I've never been touched. Baby, I'm obsessed with you, and there's no replica. If it's messy, if it's messy, if it's messy, then you know it's really love. And you know it's really love.
It's really good. I I particularly like this shot here where she's on the road kind of track. It looks really good. The song is good. I prefer probably the other songs on her album. Not exactly this one, even though there's some sort of vibes. But I do think it's a good song. I don't know how much will be picked up for like radio play, because if I'm being completely honest, I haven't heard radio in a while. My bad. I have a Spotify subscription, so my music addiction is covered there, so I tend to not listen to the radio anymore. That being said, I do think it's definitely up there with, you know, like thinking of Rita Ora sometimes for movies. I do like the vibe. I think it fits kind of that vibe. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to listen to it again, probably will. But yeah, it's really well put together. And I'm really enjoying the fact that more and more movies have like K-pop artists, which I think is kind of random to say that K-pop artists, because at this moment is music. But I do like the fact that there's more and more representation of them into soundtracks, and I think it's only going to get more globally integrated from now on. So yeah, I don't know if this will pass the YouTube copyright risk in terms of like I will get copyright is fine. I just don't know if it will affect my channel, so I'll have to have that in mind, but hopefully not, and you guys can see this tiny reaction. Tell me what you think. Do you like the song? Have you seen the movie? Is it worth watching the movie? Does the song fit really well with the movie? If you have any of those anything to say about those, I would love to hear what you guys think. I really enjoy it. It was a very short video today, but I think there's not a lot to say besides the point that it's really good to see them, to see her, but to see other artists as well being involved in the cinema with doing soundtracks for big movies, because let's be honest, it has Brad Pitt. I'm assuming it's going to be popular, even if you don't necessarily like Formula One. But I know there's a lot of hype behind Formula One, so it probably will be a big movie as well. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the music. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!